suburbs of Lagos, Nigerian sculptor Adeola Balogun is creating his latest installation using old, discarded car tires. He starts by cutting the tires into smaller, more manageable pieces and then nailing them together.
There was a day I actually, bought some new tires, and because the ones I had were worn out, and I initially dropped them somewhere in a dump site, and later on, on getting to the dump site, I discovered that there were a lot of tires there, and it crossed my mind that, look, this should be adapted into, as in my field of exploration as far as material is concerned.
With over 20 million inhabitants, Lagos is one of Africa's largest cities. Traffic jams here are legendary. Many used tires end up in dump sites such as this one, providing a surplus of raw material for Adeola's work. The 47-year-old artist has been experimenting with tires since 2008 as his attempt to find a solution for all the tire waste and draw attention to the ecological problems they are likely to cause. Depending on the size and complexity, each sculpture from concept to completion takes several weeks for Adeola to finish. With the help of his assistants, he screws them into an iron cast and then finally paints them black.
By its nature, it's a non-biodegradable material. It doesn't decay, and for sculptors, we always look for material that will last long, right? So if you look at that, I think it's a veritable material for me to actually bring into my visual deliberations and explorations.
Adeola also decorates the pieces with musical instruments fusing two different art forms. Adeola works as a lecturer at one of the universities in Lagos and also mentors younger artists like Fatai Abdukarim.
I've learned a lot because the things he does in the studio, they don't teach you in school. Because they actually teach some things, but practically, because he works on different types of materials. He explores. No material is waste, because they make me learn that no material is a waste.
Adeola has held 8 exhibitions, with 3 focused on his work with recycled tires. Some of the pieces have been sold for nearly $18,000. Oliver Onwoni, president of the Society of Nigerian Artists, says Adeola's work reflects the eclectic nature of African art.
It's very innovative of the artists, and I think that's one of the directions that African art is going. African art is about making, about creating, about processes, not necessarily painting, not necessarily, using the camera, photography, or video. But African art has its own intrinsic process that makes it African. Most of the African works that you see, especially from traditional times, ancient times, have to do with making, sculpture, using kneading, rolling, tying, dyeing. It has a very African feel to it.
Adeola's unconventional pieces not only comment on the changing landscape of the African city, but also interrogate the future, asking questions about the impact of continued environmental degradation on the continent.